Hello and welcome back to 7 Things I Didn't Know. But you know what? This time it's not really 7 things. This time it's a truckload of things that I didn't know about the infamous series. We'll keep the transitional 7 things just because I need to put them in the video somewhere, but it's kind of a lie and I kind of crammed a whole bunch of stuff in each one of these this time. So I hope you guys enjoy. Also, just so you know, these are the Easter eggs and fun little things that I found about Infamous 1 and 2 and Second Son and the DLCs. So it's one big complete video this time. So let's begin.
Fact 7!
So in the first and second Infamous games, they littered the entire game with movie signs for you to find that reference other games in a comical manner. In the first game, they only slightly dabbled in it by putting a Sly Cooper 4 poster in there. Now the reason why this was awesome is because Sly Cooper 4 wasn't even announced yet, though eventually it did come out. In Infamous 2 though, they upped the ante, and they added in Call of Booty for Call of Duty, Solid Serpent for Metal Gear, Uncharted Love for Uncharted, Halo Reach for Halo Reach, Assassin's Need for Assassin's Creed, No Need for Speed for Need for Speed, Epic Hickey for Epic Mickey, Little Big Unit for Little Big Planet, Latchet and Skank for Ratchet and Clank, and Sly for Sly Cooper. In the DLC, they kept it going with Street Suck 3 for Street Fighter 3, StarCraft 2 for StarCraft 2, Assassin's Bleed for Assassin's Creed, LA Gore for LA Noire, Call of Bloody Black Creed for Black Ops, Red Dead Vampires for Red Dead Redemption, Die Cooper 4 for Sly Cooper, Unstaked Vampire's Deception for Uncharted Drake's Deception, Modern Gorefare for Modern Warfare, Mass Infect 3 for Mass Effect 3, and finally, Dead Face for Dead Space.
Fact 6!
Little known fact is that the lightning tether ability in the Festival of Blood DLC was actually a glitch in the main game. Testers found that by aiming the electrical powers, they could get themselves pulled in the direction at that time. So they decided that it was actually kind of a cool thing, and while they fixed it in the main game, they put it in as a movement ability in the new game. Apparently, that's also how the car lift power came to be.
Fact 5!
Back to the movie posters, the star of the fake movie Uncharted Love is Kyle Nikolic. He's actually one of the 3D modelers at Sucker Punch Productions. The largest thing he did was create the festival props in the Festival of Blood DLC.
Fact 4!
In Second Son, a lot of other games also get referenced. There's a Knack doll in the clinic, Delson's ringtone is Sly Cooper, there's an electronics chain that calls itself Coles, referencing the first Infamous, Eugene has a sword that looks like the Master Sword, and in Eugene's hideout, the scrolling text behind him might say Sly Cooper arrested. There's also a Panda King gas station, and he was a character in Sly Cooper also. To end any more references with Sly Cooper in the original game, there's also a moving truck called Mac Cooper's with the slogan, "We take your stuff and we put it somewhere else."
Fact 3!
This one makes a lot of sense, and I think I noticed it, but the light bar on your PS4 controller will change depending if you're a true hero or if you're Infamous in Infamous Second Son. It'll be blue for good, red for evil. I had the red bar the whole time since you guys picked all the evil things in my live stream. Thanks, by the way.
Fact 2!
So here's something I never knew myself. Delsin wasn't the first hero that we were going to be. At one point in development, all of the supporting cast members were considered for primary characters. Eugene was even originally going to be a pregnant senator's wife. But as they developed each character, they also developed their powers, and when they eventually developed Delsin and gave him the power to get other people's powers, it just seemed like a logical choice to make him the primary protagonist.
Fact 1!
The storyline for Infamous Second Son was decided on by the players without us even trying. When they were trying to decide which ending of Infamous 2 they would keep for the third game in the series, the developers went to the network's trophies and they looked at which trophy players decided to get first. While I don't want to spoil which ending they picked, just in case you're following our complete story videos, I will say that they did go with a good canonical direction for the game, and we didn't even know it. So, how does that make you feel? You got to pick what storyline we went with for Second Son, and you didn't even know you were doing it. And that's the 7 facts I found to be the coolest about the Infamous series. But like I said, I found a bunch more on top of that, so stick around after this outro for the bonus round. Let me know in the comments down below which game you want me to find out a bunch of weird things about next. So let's go ahead and hit that bonus round.
In the first parts of the game, Delsin says that there's a roadblock on the way to Seattle, stating that it looks like the post-apocalyptic Vegas. This could possibly be a nod to the Fallout New Vegas. There are signs across the city that show the 2014 Seattle Football Championships. This is a direct reference to the Super Bowl event in which the Seahawks won. And as a matter of fact, the poster stating that they won wasn't even put into the game until the official announcement came out. They were literally sitting on it trying to decide if they should put it in the game. In the beginning of the game, there's a child's drawing of Cole and a Reaper. During the credits, the Dead Sarah cover of the Nirvana song, Heart-Shaped Box, is a direct reference to Nirvana being a part of the Seattle grunge scene in the 1990s. There's also a sign on a building that reads Cooper and McGrath and is accompanied by a neon Sly Cooper logo. This is a reference to all the Sly Cooper characters in the series and the protagonist of the past 2 Infamous games, Cole McGrath. There are a few Vietnamese noodle shops Infamous in reference to the name of the series. A crane at the top of the parking garage in the Lantern District has a sign on it that says Frasier. This is most likely a reference to the character Frasier Crane of Seattle based on the hit sitcom Frasier. And there's still plenty more of these little tidbits and stuff that I found. But you know what? At this point, I think I've given you all the coolest stuff that I found. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time right here at 7 Things We Didn't Know.